Well, welcome back to East Maitland Bowling Club for the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. Coming to you live on the Bowls New South Wales Facebook and YouTube pages. We are featuring the round 2 pairs clash. Day 1, round 2, pairs game, Tasmania and Western Australia. Representing Western Australia, we've got John Mawson from Dunsborough and Gary Giblett from Bunbury, and they're up against the legendary Gaylene Elsworthy from Penguin and Bill Mottershead from Royal Hobart. Players just completing their trial end, and then we'll be into the action. Of course, a reminder that if you're looking for results from all of this morning's games, they can be found on BowlsLink. The link is in the description on both YouTube and Facebook for this match. You can search for that through East Maitland Bowling Club, who are managing the competition on behalf of the organising committee of the Bowling Arm Championships. So Gaylene Elsworthy has the mat for the first end. Players shaking hands, ready to go. Gaylene, of course, a well-known name in bowls. Successful career before taking up the arm. So we have our first bowl underway. 15 ends to be completed, traditional Aussie walking pairs. So for those in Australia, that's our normal 2 bowls lead, 2 bowls skip and repeat, as opposed to 3 bowl pairs or 4 bowls straight, which is often played overseas or was often played overseas. Three bowls seems to have been the most common variant of the game now in use internationally, simply because of time constraints. There's only one changeover. John Mawson getting the better of the start. He's got the tricolour aero evolves, the bowling arm and the bowls matching white, blue and yellow. She tells me is for Leeds United in that little minor football league they play in England. You wouldn't admit that the blue and yellow would be Parramatta for certain, because they were the Wooden Spoon Cup. Probably being in Western Australia wouldn't follow the NRL either. Would be more likely to be an Australian rules fan if he wasn't their football follower. So Bill Mottershead now, he's got the blue Taylor SRVs. Just going to get the edge of Gaylene's bowl. Just take the pace off his delivery. Just a little breeze underneath there. You can actually see a little wobble in that side camera. So Gary Giblett from Bunbury. Gary's using an aerodynamic. Just in behind with his opening bowl. So, Gaylene, of course, a legend of bowls in Tasmania. And a big welcome to our usual suspects watching on. Philip Lubke out at Silverdale and Seymour. Yeah, it's a pity that Benny's not with us at the moment. But, great to be here and bringing you this event. I hope you are enjoying watching our elite bowling arm bowlers. It's fantastic that the bowling arms are involved in our game, and sensational to see that so many people are able to continue to enjoy our wonderful sport and compete. Greenkeepers are exceptionally happy that their smoother deliveries are being on show. And for those who would otherwise have to give it away because they can't quite get down as much as they used to be able to, or aren't able to deliver, it's wonderful that they can remain involved, competing and enjoying and being out and about, socialising and enjoying the many benefits of playing sport and our wonderful sport of lawn bowls. John Mawson, pretty well down again. We'll be hoping just to clip through those. That one will count. Does present a fairly large target. Don't mind the call there from Bill. He's got Gaylene to play a narrow line, and that hand in this direction does take quite a tight line. You can turn her own bowl up. It's just going to hang wide again. With weight on it, they're not going to come back on that hand. So with that few yards of weight, better off to go just on the edge of the centre line. Not quite straight down the middle, but just on the edge. Probably just a fraction less weight. Give it a chance just to swing a little bit onto those bowls. As far as the WA players concerned, more of the same. Get them loaded in there. They've got one at the back already. Does seem a bit wider, but it's going to come right to the back. That's good cover. Good tactics. That does cover Gaylene's last bowl. So they've got 2 or 3 there and the cover. Don't want to give your opposition too much opportunity to convert and take advantage. Part of the strategy is not only building your own number of shots, but also taking away the opportunity for your opponents to strike a telling blow, especially on the first end. Don't want to give them the chance to score 3 or 4 and get a big start. Bill, he's going to play the forehand side of the green. This one will turn a bit more. He's got that reaching ideal as well. But also, he's just got too much weight for that to come back on that trajectory. Gary. He's down to speed. I'm not sure he's got enough to quite run this out. Might be enough just to get in Bill's eye, though, just to make that a little more difficult. Do feel that backhand side is a better option now, just to slightly overplay the draw, turn your own, or just get a little contact on the shot bowls and stay. Not trying to go too big, just trying to get in there and cut that result down. Well, I think he's too wide on that hand. They haven't quite figured out yet. Hand in this direction really does take a straight line, especially if you've got any weight on it. That weight was pretty good, but I think he needed to start just on the centre line, maybe 1 bowl wide. There's a chance for Gary to draw to possibly pick up a fourth shot, which would be a fantastic start for the WA pair in this game, and he's played it very, very well. And it is 4 shots to WA to start this pairs game of the National Bowling Arm Championships, round 2. So we do have 15 players representing each of the 6 states involved. They're playing pairs and triples at the moment. 3 pairs, 3 triples. This morning they played 3 singles and 3 fours. And that will be repeated again tomorrow. Oh, fairly long length selected now. So John with his Leeds United bowls. Good weight on that. It just hasn't quite turned back to the jack as much as he would have expected. He's tightened this one up a bit. He's still just holding that little bit of a breeze underneath here. Just will push those bowls on that non-ditch side, or just hold them out a little. Gaylene also playing that side of the green. She's taken a tighter line with this one. And it's pretty close. The WA players saying one down already. Yep, very, very well corrected right down there. So opening bowl is back near the ditch on a similar sort of line, just probably a foot wider. So as we're looking at it, it's about a foot or so to the left of the line, but another 2 metres or so up right near the ditch. Crossover for the skippers to play their first bowl on the second end of 15 to be played. Big shout out to the team here at East Maitland Bowling Club, staff board, and all the members for their wonderful support for this event. Bobby Smith, Hayden Boykowski in the bowls office, doing a wonderful job supporting the bowls here. And that's a great bowl from Gary Giblett, drawn in for shot. So straight away, Bill Mottershead under pressure again. Got this away pretty well. Don't know if it's going to come back sharply enough. Wants to flop off that bowl and fall in. It's close. Very well bowled. WA still feel they're holding one. The signal there from John. And Gary, similar bowl as before, probably just wants to take a little bit more speed so it can sit that last bowl. Wants it to hang out. Hasn't done that. It stopped on the line, so decision time. He'll probably stick with his same hand, will Bill. Just try and get another one in there or thereabouts. Want a slightly tighter line. Just get around that short bowl down to the jack. A little drag straight down the line could well make shots. But because that one's on the centre line, I think he's just pushed it a little wide. Can play on your mind not to be tight in all of those bowls, so you unconsciously push your bowl a little bit wider. So we'll cross over for the leads to play in the third position. WA, I do feel they'd be best off to stick to that forehand side of the green, so the slightly wider, narrower hand. Just overplay it a little bit down to the blue bowl. You can get the run in. You just get a little toucher towards your own. You don't want to be narrow. You want to touch the jack on the non-ditch side. Push it towards the ditch. He's a little bit tight with this one. Doesn't want to slice, but just going to flop off. Still just the one shot, though. Is it a better shot? I'm not sure. Possibly. Gaylene, similar idea. Just over the draw, reaching up. Slightly overplaying just to make sure you reach. Get the winner off your own, a little bit tighter, just trail. Ideally, you're going to be narrow and just get the light scrape off that leads bowl, the blue, white and yellow, straight down the line. His weight is perfect. Just hasn't turned as much as you'd like. It is a bit tighter there with the breeze coming from right to left as we look at screen. John, this is pretty well down. He's trying to do a very similar sort of shot. Ideally, wants to get off that and across. I'm not sure it's counted, but it's made it a lot different. It's going to force the TAS players to really think about what they're going to play, how they're going to attack this. So, looks like the backhand side. Again, I think it's slightly overplay. You can get a win by pushing one of the shot bowls onto the jack or coming underneath and getting the split. Just going to be underneath. So we've got people asking, are we there for the week? Yes, we're here all week for the National Bowling Arm Championships at East Maitland Bowling Club. We are doing whoever's on rank 13 each day, each session. So tomorrow's morning's sessions for singles is Western Australia, Queensland. Tomorrow afternoon, South Australia, Vic. On Wednesday, it's Tasmania, Queensland, and then New South Wales, Victoria. On Thursday, it's South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Tasmania. And then on the last day on Friday, South Australia, Tasmania, and we finish up with New South Wales, Queensland. Well, this is pretty well down. Wants his own bowl. He's just going to be a little bit shy. Well, for Bill, I think he just needs to pick a hand and really get into this. Doesn't need to go big weight, but can get... He's got to play through the head. Do prefer that hand. I think there's a couple of results here available. A metre or two to get the split is probably ideal. He can just get the inside of the bowl on the centre line. Be good. He's not got around it. Good thing there is his bowl stayed up. That bowl is actually on the rink. Oh, no, it's not. It's just had a look and fallen in. So that had stayed on, but it has opened up the direct attack because he's cleared the bowl off the centre line. His bowl had almost completely stopped right on the edge of the ditch. Thought it had stopped, but it had a little look, wobbled and fell in. Has to be behind now. It is Gary Giblett. Well, he wanted to cover behind. So the three best back are all Tasmania. So Bill just has to find a way to get through this head and get the jack back without disturbing the bowls. And not going to come back on that line. That probably a good line on the other hand where the wind is pushing him across, but not quite going to get there. So there is one for sure. We'll have a look at the second one. You're going to have to put a tape on it by the looks of it. So if you are looking forward to the whole week of this tournament, we then have a week off. We'll be in Dubbo tomorrow week for the City of Dubbo International Fours. We've got another little gap then, and then we've got 2 weekends in October. We'll be in Yamba, one for their Classic Pairs tournament and the second for the Over 40 State Finals. And the draw for the Over 40 State Finals is be online very soon. Keep an eye on the Bowls New South Wales socials and website. Just the one. But it is a further one to Western Australia. They moved to a 5 lead after 2 ends. I apologise, too many ends on that. John Mawson, member of the Dunsborough Bowling Club in Western Australia, gets us underway on the third of 15 ends. And it's just a bit short with his opening effort. Gaylene. So the program, I'm not sure where it's online for you guys. It's not actually an event we run as Bowls New South Wales, but I can go through squad names for both states. So for Tasmania, we have S. Archer from East Launceston, J. Borg from Launceston, G. Buchanan from Trevellyn and Buckingham, Glenorchy City, P. Bug Wynyard, J. Burley at South Burnie, Gaylene Elsworthy from Penguin, B. Haley from Westbury, T. Lind from Ulverston, B. Mottershead, that's Bill from Royal Hobart, N. Purton from Railton, M. Shingles from Georgetown, D. Sims from Trevellyn, C. Sturziker from South Burnie, P. Tho from Penguin, D. White from Georgetown, and C. Downey from Railton. And for WA, we have A. Armstrong from Capel, A. Axton Point Bouvard, W. Barrett from Brunswick, D. Campbell from Bustleton, Gary Giblett from Bunbury, W. Glenister from Geraldton, B. Holland from Gosnells, N. Hosking from Moodierup, W. Jones from Albany, L. Mason from Emu Point, S. Mason from Emu Point, J. Mawson, that's John, of course, in our pairs game from Dunsborough, and a couple of Geraldton players, K. McElwain and N. McElwain, V. Merchant from Bunbury, B. Mitchison from East Eton, B. Taylor from Cardinia, and W. Taylor from Wombro. Well, Gary Giblett probably drawn the shot with that one. Not the tightest of start from our leads. Bill, he can get around that shorter bowl. He'll be not too far off, but just going to come to a crash. Probably needed another yard of weight. That would have carried him around and been good enough for shot, I think. Gary, a bit more weight on this one. Contact on his own would probably be good, but wants to get around it. Just got the edge and rolled through. Well, it says they're one. And Bill looks a bit hesitant there on that. Just gone a bit wider with this one. As he adjusted his speed as well. Not too far away. Yep, very well played. Just around, down to the jack. Toucher may have trailed and brought in Gaylene's bowl at the back as well. Watch that one in replay. Excellent effort, little toucher. 5-0 down after 2 ends. Be a good lift to play such a good bowl, and if they can hang on to it, just put him in good stead for the next few ends to try and just get back into this game. Players need to remember that this backhand side, the non-ditch side coming towards the clubhouse, very tight line. Just the way the wind swirls here at East Maitland can make it a little bit tricky. It's not going to turn quickly enough. It's his own bowl he can turn. He just got the edge of it and rolled out. So Bill's asking Gaylene to continue on that wider side. Plenty of room to draw. Just needs to be outside of the short bowl. Probably well and truly outside. Don't need a tight line on this bowl. It's just not quite thrown it out far enough. That side of the green, it will hold. Not turning back very sharply on that hand at all. Gaylene. Just want to get out to about the ditch. How about the rink peg? Give it a chance to swing around that short yellow and blue and white bowl. Probably a couple of feet outside that for the line. And there it is. That's excellent delivery, little toucher and all. So Tassie holding a couple. And the good thing is, with that bowl now touching it and sitting just in front of the jack, contact on the shot bowl kicks that jack out to the left of screen, and that's covered by the only bowl back there is the Tassie's bowl. That's Gaylene's bowl. So you touch that and don't stay with it. He's probably still a couple down, maybe 3, depending on where you finish. Tassie, I think, will still try and draw the forehand, whereas WA, well, look, they still can play the backhand down to that side. They just need a tight line just inside their own grey and white swirly bowl on the way in. Sit either bowl. He's got the tight line part, but he's a bit too much on the tight side. Can he get a bit of luck? Well, he probably was a little lucky in one way, but no change. The head still a couple of shots to Tasmania. Nice little draw in there again. Don't want to be too tight, but it'd be a terrible bowl to give it away. He's given it plenty of grass. That should swing very nicely. All down to pace now. Oh, it's going to come to a decent home. It's in behind. Oh, he's attacking again. There's a little bit of danger here that he doesn't stay with it. Jack goes out of bounds, is okay for them. Does go out of bounds, so we'll replay the end. No respot in place for this event. A good result. John Mawson, his opening bowl. Grass is spot on, just a couple of yards through. Gaylene out to about the rink peg in this direction, not too bad. Line is perfect. Draws the shot. That's probably 1 metre behind. Oh, just a little under the line there. There's a chance for Gaylene to add a second. Doesn't need much correction of a first. The line is pretty good once again. Just that little through. Oh, just out of the count. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast either on the Bowls New South Wales Facebook or YouTube channels. If you're on the YouTube, don't forget to subscribe so next time we go live you know all about it. Same with Facebook. You can like us and get notifications. We will be here all week bringing you the National Bowling Arm Championships. 2 games a day for 5 days, 10 games in total. We have just taken the draw straight off as they've done it. Whoever's on rink 13, we're going to broadcast. Do get a bit of a mix of the states. We get some more than others, just the way the rink rule works. But it was a simple case of where we could get the cameras in. Gary was a good line, just the speed a little over. Chance here for Tasmania. Probably holding one, maybe two. Just try and load this head up, see if they can get a few shots. And currently trailing 5-0 after two. Need to score. Well, it's in the right area. Oh, it was pretty well down. Toucher for WA. Does just change the shot a little. They pushed it in very nicely. Well, can push his own onto it. Oh, it's just slid past the jack. Very close to getting a good result. Gaylene, there is a chance to get through here. Split that gap. Just not quite the speed to get through. WA will try the same shot again, just through their own bowl, punch it onto the shot. Can miss and hit the jack out. Oh, sorry, the bowl out next to the jack, but we need a bit of luck for that one. Just give it in the right area and hope to get a result. Even if you get your own and turn it away from the jack, just clear that line a little. Their own came up a roll or two. Tough shot here for Tassie. No clear path in on the forehand side. A little bit of danger on the backhand. Really want to try and make sure you're round and a foot past. Want to get past that jack, cover the back just in case there is a contact and pushes it on. And this is coming to an exceptionally good home. Didn't quite come back as much as they might have hoped. nevertheless, shot bowl gets tapped on the back. It is spitting out in that direction. So WA will be playing slightly over. They'll be trying to reach, just disturb this head. Their own bowl to punch onto the shot bowl. Looking to be over the draw. They've certainly achieved that. Just a little wide. So for Tassie, let's get another one in there. Very delicate to draw another shot. Just try and get one there or thereabouts. Perhaps just a little bit past if you're going to miss. Ideally, you want a perfect line. So you finish just in behind the jack. Miss that WA bowl. Oh, it's an excellent effort, but it has made the WA shot that little bit clearer. Can now play with reaching weight to get the plant just inside that blue bowl. Thump your own. It goes straight onto the shot bowl. Shot bowl goes out. But he's just going to drag it across. Can play just over the draw here, try and sit that bowl. Not sure that I'd be trying that because I'd be backing myself to muck it up. Pretty well down. It is 1 to Tassie though. 5-1 after 3. So you have just joined us. You're watching the 2024 National Bowling Arm Championships. We're coming to you live from East Maitland Bowling Club. Maitland is on the gateway to the Hunter Valley in New South Wales. Very well known as being a major wine producing region. And the upper reaches of the Hunter Valley, more famous for their horses. A couple of very nice looking horse studs up in that area. Scone, known as the horse region. Well, Bill's urging this one in. We do know if you're playing towards the clubhouse and the non-ditch side, the backhand for the right-hander, it's not going to turn quickly. It's going to hold a very straight line on that hand particularly. See, conditions, the wind just comes under there and really does hold bowls out Don't expect that one to come back all that quickly either. Probably going to crash into Gaylene's, and it does that. Push that a little bit out, so might have got away with it as far as giving a shot away. Plenty of room. In fact, I think the draw is underneath that last bowl. Well and truly. So all players in this event must use a bowling arm as per the Bowls Australia Artificial Devices Policy, which governs or regulates the use of bowling arms to play bowls in Australia. Well, unluckily, he's punched that bowl in for shot, or to make it the better shot. No, Bill. He'll play the forehand side of the green, just trying to sneak past those bowls to get down to the jack. Just need a little more running. Grass line's not too bad at all. Again, that tight hand strikes. Gary's just going to run in nicely there to count possibly 3 or 4 to the Western Australians at the moment. Does make the tight backhand side a little more difficult to play, that last bowl. Before that, you could have actually sat on the bowl at the back, but that one's blocked the path in. I think Gaylene will have to go forehand. Can play with a bit of intent on this backhand side as well, but is going forehand, but still playing with intent. Wants a little bit of love. And just gone straight through the hole. Well, she's going to go again. Yes, has better grass. Wants it to hang on. And, she's found the hole once again. So still possibly 4 to Western Australia. Just enough holes there to make that running shot hazardous. Decent bowl from John. Going to fold in behind and count. A discussion from the players about what to do. Tassie, even if they do, they really need a kill. They don't stay with the jack. It goes back. There's still a few down. Could make a bit more room. So Bill, Mottershead. Got it underway. He's not using as much weight as Gaylene had. Looks like he's just trying to draw it. Wants to get around that short bowl. Got around it beautifully. Sit on the inside of that. Cut at least one out. Maybe two of them. Could have been anything up to 5 down before that bowl. Do you think it might only be 2 now? WA, just try and draw another one in and put it back. Not got the speed, maybe. Oh, well, if I sit inside that, it's a chance. Could be as many as 4 down. Well, do we try and draw or do we attack? Good question here. Still can attack and not get a good result as well. Looks a bit quicker. Wants to get some contact. Found the hole. So it's a draw for WA. At least 2. Leading 5-1 after 3. Looking to add another. Oh, may well have fallen in. 1. Oh, well and truly in. 3 at least to WA. Not done yet. Got to put the tape on. Three shots. So I'll go to an 8-1 lead after 4 ends. gone for the slightly longer length again. WA, very good start. 4 ends in out of 15, leading 8 shots to 1. And John Mawson, what a great start with the blue, white and yellow Leeds United fan bowls. Gaylene just going to run out of run. Well, John, he's got a nice tight line on this bowl. I do think he's a little too tight. The hand going in this direction is a little bit wider, but nevertheless he's snuck underneath Gaylene's count. So 2 directions here, they're quite different in their grass line. Gaylene looks to be on a better line going this direction. It's coming back quite nicely. Just a little quick. Still probably a couple to WA as the crossover from Leeds to Skips for the first time on this end happens. Okay. First bowl now for Gary. Oh, that one will turn. It's just not quite sent that one out the required distance. Pleasant enough day here in Maitland. A little bit of a breeze coming through. Sun just peeking out every now and then. Slightly overcast. Very little chance of rain apparently. Cool enough for a few of the players to have their jackets on. But it's actually quite reasonably warm. Good bowl from Bill Mottershead. Do you think he's got shot with that one? Gary, backhand draw. It's just going to be through, right through the ditch, in fact. It run on. Oh, I'm not sure that whether Gaylene indicated that was shot or just out. And Bill plays the forehand side again. Just looking for a draw down to the jack. Wants to just sneak around Gaylene there. Just put a little bit on with that one. It's all Tassie at the back. It's just whether or not you can get to that jack to push it back a yard or so. I do think if you get it straight up the line, it's going to bounce off the blue bowl right about at tee. John's just going to try and backhand draw down to his own bowl. John, of course, a 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄. Gaylene, there's a chance here, just slightly overplay this, slightly narrow line. Your own bowl on the way up, get contact on it, bad luck, but if you can just squirt around it, chance to trail that jack. Bit too much oomph behind this one. Thuds into the ditch. WA, not best to start, so Tasmania really need to make this count. Gets wants a touch. He's rolled his own over, be a definite shot now. And got good position. There's an attacking line. Not sure it'll hold out long enough. Wants to miss that bowl. Well, the breeze has just held it out. It's not quite got the speed. So we'll cross over for the last few bowls of this end. WA just looking to get another one into that head. We'd be happy also to finish behind. Just get some cover. It's not too bad. So Bill. Wants this right up into these two bowls. Can get a winner off his own if he's got a bit more weight than that. Needed a clean run to the jack for that one. Do think this is so crowded on the way in, it's very difficult to draw a shot. Might be better off just to be a little bit unscientific. Play a few yards of weight looking for the blue bowl. Or the split on his own too. Get the inside edge of the blue bowl, you might come off and get the shot. Get the outside edge, you might push the blue bowl onto the jack. Just get the feather, you may well come off and get the shot bowl out. Not looking for anything too dramatic because you don't want to take your own and leave yourself a number down. But no path into the jack, and he's gone wide, so it'll be a single to WA. They'll go out to a 9-1 lead after 5 ends, so we're 1/3 of the way into this match. And it's a decent point from John to start with again. Well, Gary's bowl, good line, just through by a couple of metres. WA holding one with John Mawson's bowl just under the line to the left of centre line, about jack high. Bill Mottershead looks like he might be very close for Tassie here. Just not quite got the speed required. Still one to WA. Will force Gary just to reconsider and play the backhand side. Quite a tight line on this hand in this direction. Just going to hold out. Gaylene was also caught out there. Probably take about 1.5 foot, 60 centimetres, 40 to 60 centimetres of grass only on that side. So that breeze comes under there, just holds it out, particularly coming this direction. And Bill's just pushed it through as well. It's finishing in a very good home. It covers the back. A better position than Gary's bowl on the centre line there. So a little bit of possession. Do think Tasmania can play either hand. They've got their own to roll. WA probably going to have to play the tight backhand side. No real danger there. They can take that 30, 40 centimetre grass line, knowing that if they're a little bit tight, they'll come in onto Bill's bowl, as long as they don't hit it on the narrow side and slice it up. Tiny touch on the jack is not bad for them either. Sit their own bowls okay, but the inside of that blue one and across is absolutely brilliant, just like this. Holding a couple. Do feel it does make that shot just a bit simpler for Tassie now. They can play that tight hand. That 30 centimetres line, little trail, sit either bowl, so you're playing a metre of weight. Just that positive, I'm going to be slightly over the draw. Give yourself a big chance, but gone wide again. Gaylene, used to taking grass and lots of greens. This one has got that tendency just to hang on that direction, coming this way on that side. Nice tight line from John again. Wants the blue one again on the inside. Not going to get any contact at all. Not a bad home. Tight line. You can be tight underneath and score. If you're wide, there's nothing there to hit. So you're better off to take tight line. Inside of the yellow bowls is the second prize. White bowls third, second prize. Jack is first prize. Just going to hold on and back to the centre line. Weight was okay. Just needed that slightly tighter line. So, for anyone who has joined us recently, you're watching the National Bowling Arm Championships through the Bowls New South Wales Facebook, YouTube channels. We're coming to you live from East Maitland Bowling Club. East Maitland, part of the Greater Newcastle region in New South Wales. But, the gateway to the Hunter Valley, famous for the wineries in this area. Hunter Valley wines, very well regarded. And the Upper Hunter area, a few horse studs, very well known for the pristine nature of the area. May also be known for a couple of coal mines that have been around this area. Well, that looks to be quite reasonable. Wants it to get down. A little tuck around the corner would be ideal for WA. Oh, he's going to sit in behind the jack. Oh, he's flopped out as well. Still there for Tassie, just to slightly overplay the draw. 3 down. Can't be wide. Is wide. Very wide. Problem is, when you do get one of those hands that just has that tight tendency, it's very difficult. It's only one of four that's on that quite tight line. It can be very difficult to take that tight line. Your muscle memory kicks in and you're trying to fight against it. You steer a little bit wide. That one, he's got to be underneath it. You'll either go for the jack or just over the draw. Go 10, 20 centimetres to the side of the centre line. He's coming from the inside, so he just needs to be slightly under. Again, he's pushed it wider. Can get a result. Oh, that's might have cut it back to one. A little bit of a luck. 2 shots, so WA extend their lead out to 10. 6 ends played. It's 11 shots to 1. So we have a look at the other greens. Queensland, Victoria playing against each other on the green immediately to our left. And across on green 1, it's the Blues and South Australia continuing their tussle. The second leg of the tests. Everybody plays everybody over a 5-day period, 2 sessions per day. Round 2 on day 1 here is the pairs and triples. 3 singles, 3 fours this morning, 3 pairs, 3 triples this afternoon. And that's a fantastic start for WA again. We just had the edge, the Sandgropers. Well, he's pretty well down again. Just wants it to get past. Yeah, very good home. His first one's close. His second one's just past. 1 on, 1 behind. Perfect lead, Bowls. So Gaylene doesn't need a hell of a lot of correction on the previous one. A little bit less grass. She keeps the same weight. It's not too bad. Wants it to get right up there. Oh, it's close. So very good. Not much in that at all. So if you are a New South Wales player, you haven't already done so, the mixed pairs entries now open. The state mixed pairs qualifying right around the state next month. 32 qualifiers from around the state will go through to the state finals series to be held in Ballina in March next year. All the details are available on BowlsNSW.com.au. Point your mouse at events, and from the state championships that drops down, there's another menu comes off. Click on the mixed pairs. You'll have all the details and the link for the entry form. And on statewide events, congratulations to the 32 pairs who have qualified for the state over 40s pairs finals. Qualifying held last weekend right around the state. The 32 qualifiers will now go through to play at Yamba last weekend in October. Looking forward to seeing you all there. There's a very good field. We will be live streaming that state over 40s finals as well. I'll have myself, Andrew Lynn, and Lee Stinson will be at Yamba. We'll get Lee in to do a little bit of commentary occasionally, but we're really hoping to get Triple M, the male model from Maclean, Jason Pinnock. Said he didn't qualify and he's up that Yamba way. Hopefully we'll be able to convince him to lend us his tonsils for a little while anyway and do some commentary. No, he's got a bit of a fan club after he gave us a hand out at Zubbo in our state champs last year. So hopefully, but really looking forward to some great matches there. Some fairly well-known names in amongst those. Should be a cracking final series. So Bill Mottershead wants a tight line down to the shot bowl. Just going to get round it instead of under it. Great effort. His two bowls have finished past it. Don't mind the speed he had. Did give himself a chance. Still there for Tassie. Can come underneath the grey and white bowl. Oh, Bill's urging this one across. It's holding its line. Gets the edge, comes under, gets the toucher. Well, maybe not quite how it was intended, but still there. Does leave WA with a shot where they have to play through the head to try and manufacture a result with a where it's going to bounce to rather than what you're going to actually hit cleanly. Or he wants it to stay. Has gone under the line, got a little edge, giving them the best back. There's a danger with the shot they're playing that they get Gaylene's bowl pretty much flush and punch it onto their own closest. More reinforce Tasmania's position than weaken it. Tassie can draw onto their own and just give it one or two rolls. Misses and comes through, it's okay, and gives protection as well. Just fell a little bit short. So WA, first crack at this one. I think we'll see Gary play a little bit of attacking. Just looking to make a little bit of contact and get that jack to move out to their own bowl. Hasn't gone real big. It's just not coming back on that hand that seen that consistently throughout today. Any weight on that non-ditch side of the green. So the forehand going away from the clubhouse, backhand towards for right-handers anyway. Plenty of people have just gone that bit wide, especially if they've got a few metres of weight. And the breeze just comes under the cover and will hold bowls on that side of the green. Bill. It's holding on a lot longer than I thought it would. Just slides ever so slightly under. Good position though. That's where the WA players were hoping to spring the jack to. So attacking line here. Wants that one on the inside. Got the touch, got the touch. Oh, I think Tassie are now too. So does Gaylene. That was the danger. Needed some solid contact on the jack. Might have been a bit fortunate not to drop more shots with the way that head's spread around there. But it's just another draw shot for Bill here. Try and add one in. Gary really didn't have a lot to look at there. He could have accepted the down or played the attacking shot. Then he's chosen to try and reinforce their advantage by not conceding another. May have just given him one more. Up to Bill now to try and take the advantage and draw the extra shot. Not sure this is exactly a free kick, but it's not far away from it. We're approaching the halfway point. You can see there's a bit of breeze under that camera. A wobble in it there. You can see some of the signage around the green really wobbling as well. Fairly decent sort of breeze. Bill's not quite got the width on this one. A little tentative. It's 2 to Tassie. So they'll go to 3 shots after 7 ends, chasing WA's 11. Just go on the inset. You can see the Tassie mascot just clinging there on the edge of the green. The little Tassie Devil plush toy. It's a good start from Gaylene. Do know in junior test series there's a friendly traditional rivalry action of pinching the other team's mascot overnight. Do know in the past the Queensland appropriated bird, the kookaburra. Bowls Queensland's adopted the kookaburra, but we all know that the kookaburra is the state bird for New South Wales. And I'm not going to ever stop ribbing them that they've had to pinch the New South Wales state bird. But the stuffed kookaburra for Queensland did spend the night in a freezer in an ice cream container full of water, returned to the Queenslanders in a frozen block the next day. Just a little bit of friendly rivalry. That's well down from John. We'll come back just in the last stages there as the speed really drops off. Does turn a little bit, come back nicely to the jack. 7 ends of 15 played. This is end number 8. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 pairs, also known as lead 2 bowls, skip 2 bowls, replete, and played alternately and singly, with the opposition, of course. Around the world, known as Aussie walking pairs, compared to the 4 bowls straight, 4-4, that was the standard for international pairs up until the last few years, whereas particularly in international competitions, the 3 bowl pairs seems to have taken off. Mainly a time factor. 3 each produces a good quality game, and also it makes them quicker, especially a consideration for broadcast packages. Gary just looking to double down and get another one in there. Just a fraction through. WA holding one. The bowl next to Jack, that's the white section of John Mawson's bowl that you can see. So it looks different from the one there that's just been rolled up, and now the white patch facing us, they look very similar now. Bill, nice draw down here, just wants it to swing down to the Jack. Pace is the important thing here, right to it. Got the bowl clean as straight through. We'll watch that one again as the players swap ends. Got that one spot on, sat and stayed. Just a little bit under the line for Gaylene. Decent effort. WA probably holding 2 here at the moment. This should run in to make it 3. Well, it's sat close to Jack High. Not sure whether it counts. Does give a bit of a guide in one way. Just a question of whether they want to play through their own bowls on the backhand or just take and pilot that hole on the forehand. Can get an inside rub of that last bowl, push you across. Slightly over the draw, touch it, could bring it to you. You're 2-1, 4-1 on that side of the green. Bill going the attack. Needs a bit of love. Well, he got a little bit of fortune. Hasn't really changed the head a lot. Well, that one will hold its line nicely, but it'll crash into the front. Didn't quite have enough speed to push it in for shot. Danger here. You don't want to take your own out, so you can't be really quick. You can just swing down to the shot bowl. He's under the line to do anything anyway. He's got their third bowl, so whether there's a brave shot here for the WA players, they are holding 3, so I think you wouldn't be too attacking in this situation. You're going to go to a 14-3 lead at least. Could bring another 3 in to try and take that one out, but it is short of the jack. Don't take the risk. Just try and add a 4th. Very close to doing it. Do get the impression, just looking at John there, that's 3 only. So we're looking at the 4th. Gonna need a tape. WA well and truly in charge of this clash. And it is 4. So we're just past the halfway point, and there's 12 shots lead to WA. It's 15 shots to 3. 8 ends gone, 7 to go. Well, people are asking who's on the next rank. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with any players from any of the other states. Maybe know a few of the New South Wales players, but as far as the other states go, don't really know. All those names are on BowlsLink. You can search for the National Bowling Arm Championships. You can find it under the Managed by East Maitland tabs. That's if you're doing a search through BowlsLink results portal. If you are a New South Wales member, don't forget to jump online to the Bowls New South Wales website. You can look up the Bowls New South Wales Player Awards and Member Conference. Secure your berth there. Very nominal charge on tickets, which will include your morning tea at least. Plenty of informative sessions. You can also, you might even get to hear me say a few words if I can't get out of it. Plenty of sessions there to attend, plenty of different information, and if there's something you'd like to hear about on it, don't forget to pop us an email through info@bowlsnsw.com.au. We might not be able to cover it at this member conference, but it might give us an idea to provide information that you want in the future. We're always open for some feedback. And of course, if you want to tell us how great our live streaming is, we're always willing to hear that as well. Gaylene, well, she's just going to slide through again. She's been there or thereabouts, but just not quite getting the rub of the green so far. And WA obviously been in better form, and it really does look like it. With the score line, we do thank everyone who has joined us to watch on through Bowls New South Wales, both the Facebook and YouTube channels. YouTube, slightly better resolution. Also suits the apps on smart TVs. So if you're watching on through Facebook on a mobile device, you can also open up the YouTube app on your smart telly. Search for BowlsNSW live and you'll find us no problems whatsoever. Well, we'd hope so. Oh, it's a decent bowl from Gary Giblett. But he's just trailed the jack back to Gaylene Ebsworth. I do feel it's one to Gaylene with that back bowl. So Bill. Mottershead. Forehand draw. Wants to come round that one and sit the jack. Oh, very good effort. This is pretty well down as well. Just going to pull up a fraction short. Wants this to get past the shot ball. Just going to crunch on it. Oh, I do feel very close here. Do slightly favour the front bowl from West Australia to be the shot. So they're going to play down forehand, just try and get in between the shot bowl and Gaylene's bowl out to the left of screen, about jack high. Want to draw down to the shot bowl, get another counter, or vastly block off that hand. Gaylene. Well, bit of contact. Don't know that's really changed anything. But there is an opportunity here for Pat or her nominated shot. A little weight to the shot bowl and get both of the WA bowls out. They've got the next 5. So for WA, they really want to get one in there just to cut out that whack and get rid of 2 shot. And that's the shot being called by Bill. He'll wait through, try and just get the inside edge. You get that one through, or if you get the outside edge and punch it across, it should get rid of the other bowl as well. Got to put a fair bit behind this. Once our 1-2. It's the edge of that bowl. Got them both. Brilliant bowl. That's made a few. WA now facing 4 or 5 down. See this one again on replay. See that one come down, the edge of the shot bowl, onto the other closest WA bowl. Both of them gone. Big count to Tassie as the head stands. 4 bowls left to play, 2 for each of the states. So now it's up to Gary Giblett and Bill Mottershead. Gary's got to get one in there just to cut them down. They've got a great advantage at the moment, 15-3. 7 ends to go. But a count of 4 or 5 here would bring that margin, well, wouldn't erase it, but it would make it a lot more friendly. Just give them a bit of confidence. Might throw a little bit of pressure on WA to say, hey, look, we've got still only got 6 ends to go. We've got to hang on for those 6 ends. Gary, he'll play the tighter hand. It's his own bowl on the line on the way in. Wants to miss that one and just hang up enough time to get second or third. Just going to run away. May have cut one out. I think it's still 3 or 4. So Bill, add another one in, just throw that pressure back against him, his opponent. Just needs to get around. Miss that shorter bowl. Underneath is okay. Yep, very well done. That one will count. So at least 4. He's on the tight line again. Wants his own. If he hits anything, he wants his own. He wants it hard. He's just got the edge and run it off. Oh, that one, don't know whether it saved any or not. Same as your last one, says Gaylene. You drew a shot. So a little bit of a catch up here for TAS. They holding maybe 4, maybe 5. Really want Bill to add another one here. Just needs his weight right. Split that gap. Just drift inside. Doesn't want to hit it. Wants to go round it. He might have just done enough. We'll start counting these up. One, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll look at the others. We're looking at 4 and 5. Well, he's conceded that as the 5th. We'll look at 6 and 7 now, perhaps. This is a big count in the terms of this game. They were down 15-3. They've grabbed 5 of those back. Five shots it is. 5 Tasmanias. That's a big pickup. Lead goes from 15-3 to 15-8. Still 6 to go. 7 shots the difference. There's still a lot of work to do for Tassie, but they're back in the hunt. Important now for Tasmania. Just build that momentum. Just scored a big count. You want to get back up now. You want to score this end. The more you can score, the better, obviously, but you want to make sure you get that one. Put that pressure under. Big result now would for Gaylene to draw a close bowl with her first bowl. Front resting toucher, back toucher. Just to say to them, hey, look, if you aren't on your game, we're coming for you. Throw that little bit of mental pressure back onto WA, and that's a decent start. It's a little bit through, but it's going to look fairly good from the mat. Oh, this looks narrow and quick. Oh, it's shot. Gaylene's just tightened this up a little bit. I think she's dropped the weight off it too. Yep, she's made a fantastic correction on this. Down to the jack, little toucher. Don't know, she might have just run past and not got shot. I think the backhand's the best option for WA here. Follow Gaylene. Nice tight line on this hand. Just trying to draw. Close. No, I don't know if he actually said it enough. So the other scores on the screen. Can't see the next scoreboard in the pairs at the moment. They're up to 11 ends played. Tassie 6. It's 2-15. Tasmania 15 leading to WA after 9 in the third pairs game. The triples games, WA 16, Tasmania 8 after 14. It's 7:25 WA trail Tassie after 15 and 5:22 after 15. Tassie up on 2 of the 3 triples and 1 of the 3 pairs. Bill looked to be on a great line, just didn't quite get that running through. Wants this to run, doesn't need the contact. Gonna miss, toucher, very good. Missed the front one, right down to the jack. Possibly one down before that bowl. But as you can see, just got the line spot on and the weight is sublime. So it just runs right down to the jack. Little toucher. Gaylene had shot before that, but definitely has second there now. So for anybody asking, we have 3 sets of arrows on the rink. John Mawson using the tricolour white, blue, yellow Aero Evolve, which he says is Leeds United colours. Gary Giblett from Bunbury in WA is using the aerodynamic. It's sort of a multi-grey swirl. Maybe a bit other colour in there, but they look grey on camera. Gaylene is using an aerodynamic, an orange. And Bill is using a blue Taylor SRV. Gaylene represents the Penguin Club in Tassie. Bill is from Royal Hobart. John Mawson from WA is from Dunsborough. And Gary Giblett's from Bunbury. It's WA really having control on this head now. Gaylene's bowl moved out of the head. And it looks like WA doing everything they can to snuff out that little bit of hope that Tassie would have had following their huge count on the last end. Gaylene wants this to swoop down. Oh, it's good for second shot. Good effort from Gaylene. Second shot. WA just looking for a cover here. Tassie has 3 bowls to the back right of screen. The blue and 2 orange. And that's where the jack looks likely to spring. That's on a great path though. In the way from that spring. You can see Bill there indicating that bowl springing it back. You'll be looking for a little bit of weight onto the grey swirl shot bowl just to get the motion of that jack. Hopes it gets past John's last lead bowl there sitting on the path. It does spring past it by a foot or so. It'd be 3 shots to Tasmania. Okay, lining up the shot. Just looking for maybe 3 to 4 feet away. He's going backhand. I just don't think he's going to get through the traffic there. I just think that with the line on that hand, there's not much chance of getting through that. I do know the other hand, he has got a danger of ripping his own bowl out. He would be very wary of that. So for WA, backhand draw through their own bowls behind the head. He looks like he's going to play forehand and try and draw the one in anyway. I do think discretion there might be the better part of valour. Draw past on the other hand. Nearly drawn another shot. Just on that short side though. I think you're better off playing the other hand down to their own bowls. Won't matter now. Last bowl, he's got last bowl, so he can do whatever he likes with his last one without repercussions. Just play a safe-ish line. He's Bill swapped it over, but gone wide. No chance to find his range and correct. Last bowl for WA. Just take that one shot is the indication, and that's what they're going to do. So 10 ends gone. We're 2/3 of the way through, and WA leads 16 shots to 8. 5 ends to go. Starter from John. Good metre and a half through. Gaylene going to run right past. Take a metre and a half off his previous bowl. In a good home, he's opening. Just wants to improve it with the second. Well, that bowl, she's made the correction, slightly overcorrected, but it'll come in for shot. A little bit quick from Gary as well. Plenty of room there for shot to be drawn. Just wants this to sneak around. It's going to crash into Gaylene's shorter bowl. Gary's got the good correction. He'll get shot with that bowl. Oh, good correction from Bill there. He gets the shot. John's close with this one. Just going to slide past, so it's still 1 to Tasmania. Gaylene looking to add a second shot to their count. Great bowl from Gaylene. That's 2 to Tasmania. Got a chance to turn his own bowl up to the jack here. Just going to miss that short one and stroll through. Did hold on, as we've seen on that side of the green plenty of times if people are playing weight. They've taken it too wide. They just need to play a tight line with any weight on that non-ditch side of the green. Well, the last bowl down this side was a near perfect draw. Just looking to add another one in there. Same. Sit that back one's okay. Probably counts as well. But even better, it's given them great position. Eleventh end in progress. WA 16 leading Tasmania 8. 10 ends completed in this pairs rubber. Part of the 6 games between WA and Tasmania in this afternoon's rounds of pairs and triples. 6 games of fours and singles this morning. All those results are on Bowls Link. If you do a little search for National Bowling Arm, you can search for Managed by East Maitland. It will show up there. $15 ends to be played in these pairs games. A reminder that we are going to be here streaming all week, Monday to Friday this week, for the National Bowling Arm Championships here at East Maitland Bowling Club. You can view through our Facebook channel or through YouTube, whichever one suits your needs better. Often find that with large screen TVs, the app for YouTube is more reliable to get that on the big screen. We do hope you're enjoying the coverage. We do hope you'll join us 2 weeks tomorrow for the International Fours from Dubbo. Then in October, we've got 2 trips to Yamba, one for their classic pairs, and the second one for the state over 40s finals, end of October, last weekend. We've got some cracking games lined up there. I guarantee there's some great players made it through. Bill Mottershead, he's looking to add another shot here. There's a couple there at the moment. Possibly three. Wants this to just get past those shorter ones. Hasn't done it. Two shots to Tassie. So it's 16-10 after 11. 4 ends remaining. 4 ends, 6 shots difference, 1.5 per end. It's into the curious range. So we have other events coming up in October as well, particularly at the national level. Nationals being played in October. Keep an eye on Bowls Australia for that schedule and the live stream broadcast that will be made. Gaylene just wants this to slow down to the jack. Oh, it is shot, according to Carrie Giblett. Tells his mate he's one down. He can play that slightly tighter line, backhand side, roll his own, or just draw past to get shot. Oh, he's come in for shot. This is the 12th of 15 ends. 3 ends to go after this one. Gaylene urging that one to come in. It just hasn't quite turned in enough. WA playing through their own bowls. Any contact gives them a good result. Comes off that, onto the jack, runs through. Good percentage play. Just they're in control. 6 shots in front with 4 ends left to play. Just need to make sure you score 1 or 2 in the next couple of ends. Don't let Tassie in with a chance at this stage. They were well and truly in control, and the Tassies have really fought back. Similar idea up through that gap. But without the bowl to roll up, he's just been a little hesitant to push through. Does just block the view. Not really in the way, but nuisance bowl. Hard to see that through there now. Hard to outdraw it. Could be the bowl that actually decides that WA win this pairs competition. Or this match up anyway. Gaylene Elsworthy. Just asking for a bit of direction. A little bit of help in passing on the message. Just getting the jack high marked. Wants to get around, try and draw this shot. That shot bowl's not sitting right on the jack. She's just going to run a bit through. Simple method for WA here. Get one in. Don't create a shelf, but get another one in that head. Just want to count and try and get that person to move out of the camera range. Got the message through. It's a big tap on the window saying, "Ooh, please." So here we go. Gaylene now just trying to draw in down. Wants to get around the blue one down to the jack. Just going to turn a little quickly, I think. Wants to get through the go. Oh, well. Just didn't quite have the speed required. WA now. They've only got one in that head, and Tassie's got the next 3 or 4. Difficult to get rid of, but get another one in there just to cut out that chance. Don't give them too much of a break. John Mawson, he's given this plenty of grass. Should swing back. A little bit of breeze pushing it. Well, he's got a little bit of a clap from his skipper, not a real enthusiastic. Not the old single clap of death either. So, what can they do? Bill's got first use. Bill Mottershead, Tasmanian player from Royal Hobart. Very tough shot to get through that gap and get rid of the WA bowl. There is a gap there. Has to be very precise. And it would be a tough. You'd have to play absolutely perfect weight and get the perfect result. And there's only just above a bowl's gap to get through. Can try and play just over. Swing past his own. Trail the jack. They've got the cup at the back as well. I don't think that's going to come back quickly enough to pierce the hole. It's going to be back to the 2 metre mark. So Tassie's got everything at the back and got the next, well, as many as 5 of the next few shots. And Bill, well, he's not going to be, Gary, he's not going to cover that either. That's right out near the gap. He's got to have a go here. And that's what Gaylene is saying. Try and rip it through. I'm not sure she's calling the weight that I am. If you can get through that hole, rip out the shot bowl. And get through around, and well, he's not even going to get there, so has not given that one a chance. And yep, you can see his reaction. He's disappointed that it hasn't got there. WA, don't muck it up. Just get another one around about. You're going out to a 9-shot lead with 3 to play. Well, actually, you're going to 7-shot lead with 3 to play. Scoreboard's one end behind on the rink. Just the one shot to WA. They'll now lead 17 shots to 10 with 12 ends of our 15 completed. So we're at 4/5. 80% of the game gone. Three ends to go, and of course all ends need to be completed because this is a round robin game and margins may well come into it, so they will complete all of the ends. Shadows just changing on the green a little bit. We've got one bright strip. WA look to be quite well in control of this clash. They're well up 21-9 after 13 on the adjacent rink. Tassie are leading 15-5 after 11 on the third one. And the scores on the others are not quite complete. There's a 16-13 after 16 ends with WA having led there at 16 ends. The other two have the 17th end up. It's 10-22 and 7-22. So Tassie winning possibly one of the triples games. WA the other two. Sorry, Tassie winning 2, WA 1. WA look like winning 2 of the pairs games. And Tassie 1, so 3 games each. Likely the result of this afternoon session of day 1. Tassie holding 1 when we cross over from the leads to the skips to play their first bowls of the 13th end. And we do trust you've enjoyed watching so far, at least, the National Bowling Arm Championships coming to you live from East Maitland Bowling Club via the Bowls New South Wales Facebook and YouTube channels. We do look forward to your company tomorrow as well. We'll be here actually for the 5 days. We're here Monday to Friday at East Maitland Bowling Club bringing you this action. We do look forward then to 2 weeks from tomorrow. We'll be in Dubbo for 3 days to broadcast the international fours. We've got a couple of tournaments. We have one in around at the 12th and 13th, whatever that weekend is, at Yamba, the Classic Pairs, and then 2 weeks later, the Over 40 State Pairs Finals last weekend in October. We're also looking at 4 days in November, around the 23rd, I think it is, 23 to... in that region anyway. That last weekend in November, and the Friday, Thursday before, is our State Rookies Finals. Qualifying for that coming up for the Rookies Pairs in a couple of weeks' time. And the rookie singles, they draw for state finals, already on board on BowlsLink. Congratulations to those 32 players who have qualified for the rookies singles state finals, and good luck for those few hundred pairs, 346 I think it was, in the rookies pairs qualifying. Fantastic field, record field. 32 of those teams will go through. And if you're a New South Wales bowler, get on board the state mixed pairs qualifying coming up as well. All the details on the Bowls New South Wales website. That's bowlsnsw.com.au. Point your mouse at events. From the drop-downs, choose state championships. And off that is the state mixed pairs, as Bill Mottershead puts in a great bowl. Was 1 or 2 down, drew shot. Because the state mixed pairs state finals in March 2025, part of the state championship program. And that'll be played, of course, at Ballina, Lennox Head and Alstonville. The schedule for that has just been published. If you jump on the Bowls New South Wales website, you'll grab all the details there. Because the 16 region champions in each of singles, pairs, triples and fours for men, women, senior women, senior men, and the open reserves. So 5 categories of each singles, pairs, triples and fours, as well as the state mixed pairs will be played off at Ballina. Looking forward to that. Have a couple of big days. We're bringing you both the men's and women's singles finals and a semi-final of each in the one day. Slight change to our normal schedule, utilising the daylight saving and the brilliant lights at Ballina. Try and bring you a couple of extra games. I do hope everyone's looking forward to that as much as we are. Back here at East Maitland, it's possibly one shot to WA, according to Bill there. So Gaylene, she'll come down on the backhand side, down towards that yellow, white and blue bowl, which John tells me is Leeds United. Just not quite played that with enough confidence. There's a nice shot there. All WA bowls on the way in. That hand is a little bit tight. Not quite as tight coming this direction. Can play just over the draw down to the blue bowl. You get any contact on your own bowls there, you should be able to get a decent result. Even if you're a little bit wide onto your own, you can get that little shelf in. Get that one's good. Get underneath, and well, that's pretty good too. Little toucher, right down to the jack. Made a couple, I think. Just made it that bit harder for Tassie. Just turn the screws a little bit, and it's all WA in behind. And we just one right back that's Gaylene's, or just off to the right short. So going to play that tighter hand, just try and reach towards, and you can see there is just a bit of breeze coming through. It's just shaking our camera a little. Wants this to hold up. It's not quite as tight on this direction. It is coming the other way, and she just slid underneath. So looking at whether or not the Tassies can get a few on this end to give themselves a chance. Realistically, they need 7 in 3 ends, including this one. Couple down here, it'd be 19-10. They'd need 9 in 2 ends to get a tie, which is difficult, not impossible. So they're still, at least mathematically, theoretically involved. WA just looking to turn the screws, just to get that stranglehold a bit better, play some smart bowls. He'll play the same as, well, I thought he would, but maybe he won't. And he's going to go the wider hand. Might be just looking for a bit of cover round the back. Gaylene's bowl is live right out the back. That's not too bad at home in behind. Well, he's got to at least reach, got to give himself a chance. Don't know if that'll turn quite enough. Do like the other hand for WA as well. They can play to reach the blue bowl on that forehand side. A little bit of a swing and a touch is not too bad. If you're a bit tight, turn your own on's okay. But ideally, you're going to come down, just rest on the blue bowl, or even just draw in and close the gap up. That's a third shot. He's got to reach, got to have an attack, go tight. You got one bowl at the back. You get that jack right back to the ditch. You could even flum it through for a 3. Give yourself a chance with your last couple of ends. Got the sit and stay. That's one shot at least. So it'll be 11-17 after 13 ends. 2 to go. Up and back. Tasmania trail WA 11 shots to 17. Two ends to go. So if you're interested in this venue, you can do a quick Google search on East Maitland Bowling Club. It'll bring you up to the club website, plenty of facilities. If you're in the area and want to come down and have a look, free entry, of course. You just got to be subject to the normal club entry conditions. You will have to sign to a New South Wales venue, covered under licensing and tax laws. Membership is pretty cheap. We'll give you some member benefits as well. You'll probably be in front if you're here for more than a day. That's a good start from Gaylene Elsworthy. They need 6 in 2 ends to get a draw. She's got one of them very close to start with. Pretty much looking to repeat the same bowl. Maybe just add a few inches onto the weight. Just hide that jack, possibly. Don't want to finish short. Really want to give yourself a chance to completely count with every bowl from now on. Well, you do want to every end anyway, but particularly now, take your chances. So John Mawson. I don't think that one will come back enough out on that line. That hand in this direction, it does not swing as much. It's very predictable. There is a breeze predicament here that does hold them out. And that little bit of a difference. You probably only need to take 50 to 60 centimetres of grass on the right-hander's backhand playing towards the clubhouse. So this direction to the right of screen. Bit more on the other. And it's a little bit wider going the other direction. It doesn't seem to have as much effect. Bill. Mottershead. His first bowl's on the penultimate end. He's looking to expand on Gaylene Elsworthy's great start. He also has just drifted that little bit wide. It's not coming back. Need to take a tight line on that hand. Even only just give yourself that 30 centimetres, 1 foot width. And this bowl as well, it'll come to there. It looked like it's coming back, but just won't quite straighten. Just hold its line through that last bit. Did come back a bit. He says just held there. So Bill, tighten it up, right up. You can add to this and give us a really exciting finish. That's a better line. Might be still a fraction on the wide side. You see he's got a little bit on that. It's going to keep coming out at that point. About half that grass. Last bowl for the skips in the and he's taken a much better line with this. It's going to come in for second shot at least. That's what he needed to do, and that's why I said to Bill they need to tackle that in first up. Really drive home the advantage. Now it's advantage WA. Only one down at the most, and they've got good position now. Tassie had just gone tight, loaded that head up. They'd still have a chance. Those bowls of Bills, while they've got brilliant weight, you're probably not going to ever count where they've finished. It's unfortunate for him. He's been trying really hard, but you know, you're 15, 13 ends in. You've played this way 6-7 times. You need to have taken into account that it's going to be so tight. Just give yourself that most chance to score. Gaylene got a draw in. They need shots. WA, it's just a simple matter. They shut them down. Make sure they don't get a chance to score. He's not on a too bad of a track here. Fantastic bowl. Not a toucher. It was her own previous bowl that then just rolled onto the jack. WA, tight line down. Make a little contact with the front bowl just sitting on the line. You can turn that over. It'll flip the jack. The jack goes straight back to your own. And that is the good tight line. I don't know if he's got the weight to hold him up all the way, though. He's not going to reach. That bowl with another 2 to 3 metres of weight would have been ideal. Would have been finishing about where Gary's foot is. Just finishing there. It's through that shot bowl, making contact. They can draw within 10 centimetres and still not really cut them down. And Gaylene, she's switched over to the backhand side. She wants this to roll back in. Now there is a little bit of turn there as they finish. Not quite enough. Be confident and be through it. Not going quick, just over the draw, looking to reach. That one probably won't come back enough. It's going to finish in a good home. Very good home. It's fourth shot. Just trying to work out what to do. Bill wants to make this one count. They're 6 behind with 1 in remaining after this, probably holding 2. Really would like to make it at least 3, maybe even 4. Just got to play a good draw shot. Very precise needed. It's just a bit quick. He just holds out in that last little foot or so. Do think they're better off to rather overplay this. Try and make that contact. Again, he's probably not quite got the speed needed. It's a very good home. Adds another third shot. They've got 3 of them now, so the danger now is WA probably don't want to attack very much. You make good contact on the shot bowl, and that jack spits out to the back right. Could even be 3 down rather than 2. He's not going to come in for the shot. So it's a dead draw now for mine, for WA. You don't want to make contact with the shot bowl and push that jack back 1.5 metres. You get a little bit of contact and turn it just a few inches. And he's played perfect weight, but just got the edge instead of the guts. So it is 2 more to Tassie. They go to 13. We've completed 14 ends. 4 shots the difference. Last end. So we will be terminating the stream not long after the play concludes on this end. Just a reminder, don't forget to join us tomorrow. I think it's a 9:30 a.m. scheduled start. Players were out there ready to go at about 9 this morning, so look for us from about 9. We'll be live. We'll have another singles game tomorrow morning. I've just got to check who we've got. So we look at our schedule. Day 2 a.m. Rinks 13 to 15 is South Australia and no, that's the afternoon. It's WA and Queensland tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon South Australia and Victoria. John's urging that one on. A little bit long, a little bit short. Oh, we might try the... Oh, no, that is the correct end. Unfortunately, players have just forgotten, do not stand on the centre line. We do talk to them before the game. And we ask them, there's a set of blue lines on this green. We've asked them to stand outside that, but they are 15 ends in. They do forget about the cameras, so we'll cut them a little bit of slack. Most other games now completed. There are still a couple of rinks still out there. There's a rink between Queensland and Victoria that appears to be close. There's plenty of people watching it on. WA drawn the best of the shots. Gaylene's got one well past and one really well short. So we're probably going to struggle to get the 4 shots needed by Tasmania. That's Shadow now pretty much sitting bang on the centre line. Gaylene's going to stand on the centre line as well. Bill's got a little bit of running in this, just going past the bowls now. So that's one at the back. For the difference, final end. This is not too badly down for Gary. Gary Giblett just going to drift past the jack. Does count. Bill looks to be a bit quick. Wants it to get down. It's going to go around that last bowl. Still 2 to WA. But just a reminder, if you are after the results of this, there is a link in the description of the match on both YouTube and Facebook. We are playing, recording the results on BowlsLink. It's a competition managed by East Maitland Bowling Club. So if you're searching, and you do search for a club, you can search for East Maitland, click on the managed by, and you'll get the National Bowling Arm Championships. All the results are appearing there, as they're put in at least. And you'll be able to keep up to date with all the tables, results, disciplines, the players, stats, and everything like that as per BowlsLink. As far as the live stream goes, jump on our Facebook or YouTube page tomorrow for Bowls New South Wales. You can like our page and get notifications on Facebook, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which will then let you know that we're going live. It'll be around about 9 a.m. tomorrow. Players were keen and got out a bit early this morning for the 9:30, so it'll be around about 9 to 9:30. We'll go live just as they start their first end. We won't broadcast too much of the trial ends. 2 for WA as this head stands. Don't need to score too many. They just need to make sure that they don't give the opportunity for Tasmania to get more than 3. They would want to score just to reiterate their advantage going into the rest of the competition, contribute to their side's overall result. Tassie needing to score 4. They're in a bit of bother here. This one's going to be under the line as well. Can't see any easy place to score 4 here. Depends on whether Bill's going to back himself to go for the quick one, get a little bit of chaos involved, can get contact on the jack and kill the end and start again. Depends on whether he thinks he'll be able to score a 4 or more on the replay. It's well wide. So what he's doing here is just making sure we scatter him round, cover. And he gets the wave from his skipper, cover that back corner. You can see there were 2 bowls for Tassie that were the best out that way. So a running shot trailed it back and then add 1. They could have got the 4 for a tie. Very difficult for that now. Bill Mottershead's got to try and find a way to manufacture 4 or 5 shots this end. Don't really like his chances. It's tough. Wants it to get around the short stuff, right down to the jack, trail it to his own. Just not going to come quite back. Still at least 1 to WA. Probably a 4-hand draw down to beat that last one. Would cover those 2 as well. Very hard for Tassie to get any more than 3 here now. They've got groups of 2. That one's on the way. Very tight line. Good going the other direction. Probably just under what he wanted here. Last bowl of the head. Bill Mottershead. Mottershead. Two bowls to go, sorry. Tassie scored in the last. Seeing he has to play out. He might decide to try and draw another shot, especially if there's no danger. It's not a knockout part of the competition, so Gail Elsworthy, she's interested. It's just going to slide past. Dead draw, try and add a third, don't take any risks. Last bowl of this game, they are 2, and he's just said, you know what, 2 will do us. So it's 19 shots to 13, 15 ends completed. So WA has beaten Tasmania. WA, John Mawson and Gary Giblett from Dunsborough and Bunbury. They've defeated Gail Elsworthy and Bill Mottershead from Penguin and Royal Hobart by 19 shots to 13 here at the National Bowling Arm Championships. The pairs discipline for the WA Tasmania clash. Thanks for joining us today. We're looking forward to your company tomorrow from around 9 to 9:30 a.m, just depending on how quickly the players get out there. Until then.